AITA for telling my wife she no longer has an excuse to not work? My wife and I had our first child 2 years ago. A beautiful little girl. My wife and I agreed that her being a SOM was worth it. And I can sustain the household on my income. I started to notice about a year in she was getting overwhelmed and asked what I could to help. She claimed to be fine. But I started to price around childcare options. Spoke with friends, family, and colleagues looking for any suggestions, recommendations, and resources. That is when my boss told me our job has childcare benefits. Awesome. I start the paperwork, get the approval, and got put on a wait list. I brought it up with my wife. We toured the place with our daughter. She loved it. About 4 months a spot opened up, and our daughter is now in daycare. It is run in the same office building I work at, so it is super convenient. I drop her off when I head to work and pick her up when I leave. Perfect. Here is where the issue arrives. My wife is not doing anything. We split the household chores. That is how it was in my family growing up, and I find cleaning and cooking relaxing. So I am fine with it. That being said, my wife has not done much with her day since our daughter started daycare. I understand adjustments take time. That being said, the original agreement was for her to be a SOM. With our daughter in daycare, not being rude, staying home to be a mom is not happening. I brought up the million-dollar question, when are you going back to work? Quote, this may have been a miscalculation on my part, but I figured I am in this deep, let's see it to the end. She gave me a glare of death and tried to change the subject. I kindly interjected, not trying to push you, but practically speaking, I told her that she has no excuse to not be working. This was my tactical error. She blew up. Thankfully, during this, daughter was at my parents' house, so she did hear or see the yelling. We went back and forth using the classic lines from both sides of the camp. She used the good husband provides the option for their wife to stay home. I said, if you want to be, then either watch our daughter or do the housework. Your being home is not a free pass to do nothing. She clapped back with, your coworkers' wives get to stay home and do nothing. I told her I agree, but they have cheated on their wives. Want me to start doing that? I am sure you pieced together the rest. The comment about cheating was not a threat. She was using the fact the wives of my coworkers get to be home even though their kids are also in daycare. I pointed out that the husbands are cheating on them. My coworkers' situation is skewed. They have found it is more beneficial to stay together from the wives' side. We live in a state where spousal support has caps and does not matter how many years you were married before. Husbands stick around cause the status quo is just easier. It was just to state that is not the life she thinks it is. Edit. Please, it was not meant as a threat. She had envy of other families she knows and wanted what they had. I just told her the truth about what was hiding behind their walls. It was not me saying I would cheat. Just me saying the life she is envying is not all sunshine and rainbows. The wives she sees are paying a price that she was unaware of, and I know she does not want to pay. She was also a software engineer. She was 100% on board. And I confirmed with her if she was okay with the daycare options. And if not, that is perfectly okay. She does not have any mental health issues I am aware of. I have suggested she does speak with her doctor, but that is something she has to do. I cannot force her. She did enjoy her line of work, or at the very least that is what she told me. I also agree with the things said did not have to be said, and that it was not a proper way to handle the situation. Just wanted to clarify that I have no intention or thought of cheating. It was simply a response to her asking why she cannot have what she sees my coworkers' wives have. NTA. Her saying that your coworkers' wives don't have to work. That's her saying the quiet part out loud. She didn't want to be a SOM. She just wanted to saw. NTA. Basically all your wife is saying is, I'm a married woman so I don't have to work and it's a man's job to provide. NTA one person providing everything emo will lead to resentment. Your wife is being lazy. NTA. She wants you to take on the 1950s role as sole provider for the family but finds the role of 1950s housewife insulting. She can't have her cake and eat it, too. She either does 80% plus of the household chores or she gets a job. AITA. She is no longer contributing the round-the-clock childcare originally keeping her out of the work force. It is only natural she re-enter the workforce. At the very least if you cover childcare and are the sole income and do all pickups and drop-offs, then she should at least do all the household chores. If she only does half of them then she isn't really contributing a fair share at all. NTA. She used the good husband provides the option for their wife to stay home. Have you asked her what a good wife provides? NTA. Being a housewife is a valuable job. But as it is valuable, it is a job. Being a housewife without doing housewife's job is not possible. NTA. If the chores are being split equally, you carry more than 75% of the responsibilities of this family. It is not fair on you. You might feel bad telling her this now, but the resentment will build up and strain your relationship in the future and will become way more complicated if you delay this. Info. What was her career before she became a SOM and can she go back at doing that? NTA. Equal is equal. As someone else pointed out, she wants to have her cake eat it good. All the benefits of 1950s life with none of the drawbacks. ROFL. That got heated quick. NTA. It's a valid question and a valid concern. I was expecting you to say she has major health issues but I'm pushing or she was overwhelmed with 3 kids so we put the youngest in daycare but no. She's just sitting home alone doing nothing. She's not doing all the cleaning and cooking. You don't have a hot meal waiting for you every workday you come home. You're working a full-time job and coming home to take care of the kids. Clean and cook. Nope nope nope. NTA. I am a SOM. Older kid is in school. Younger is not but has special needs so we do therapy 3x per week. I do 90% of the household chores. Cleaning, cooking, laundry, groceries. While my husband works. He does most yard work and takes out the trash each week. When we're both home childcare is 50-50. If your wife isn't working then the home should be her job. She can't have her cake and eat it too. NTA. It seems like your cheating comment is one of those things where an argument gets heated and escalated to the point of both of you going for zingers to score points rather than achieving consensus. While it's a poor argument to make and also a bad thing to say, at the end of the day it's a communication error. And the crux of the issue is that your wife appears to want the benefits of SAH without the work. But I can't agree with the ESH votes for the simple reason that being not proficient at effectively communication doesn't make you an AH. Only not communicating does. AITA. If she isn't raising the kids, WTF does she contribute to the relationship? She doesn't work. She doesn't take on all the chores. She doesn't pick the or leave the kid at daycare. She just wants a free ride on someone else's dime. Tell her to get a job or find someplace else to live. The self-entitlement is of the goddamn charts here. NTA. There is no excuse for her. She should either be working or doing all the housework while you're at work. First, if she is staying home and the child is in daycare, she should be doing all the housework. She should be doing all the grocery shopping and cooking and any errand you can pass on to her. Need some drugs picked up? Have an Amazon return? Lawn needs to be mowed? Thanks, hun. Tell you that you both need to contribute to the household. And any time you spend on those activities is time taken away from your child, and she has time when you are at work. Second, you ask when is a good time to discuss her employment plans. Push for a specific date and time. If she won't agree, tell her you will give her some time to think and ask again in 2 days. If she brings up your coworker's relationship, tell her it's irrelevant. You both agreed she would stop working to be the primary caretaker. If she isn't fulfilling that role, it's perfectly reasonable and fair for you to discuss her returning to work. If she brings up traditional roles, remind it's 2023. NTA. It usually comes with the territory of being a stay-at-home wife, mom, that you do the lion's share of the childcare and/or housework. If your wife is able to work, it's financially silly for her to refuse even to get a part-time job. Yikes. Info. Is your wife getting any help with her mental and physical health? She was overwhelmed with 1 child and 1 household. I think there's something else going on here that needs to be addressed before any other work etc. is mentioned. And the way you guys communicate with each other is definitely territory. What economy does your wife live in? NTA. If she refuses to get a job, get out now.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.